Hey everybody, my name is Jeff Bates. This is the Texas Rangers Clubhouse, and we're starting something new today. Texas Rangers Immaculate Grid. If you are a baseball nut like me, you're probably playing Immaculate Grid every day. I know I do. 5-10 minutes a day. I love it. But we're going to add a little Rangers flavor to it. Today's Immaculate Grid, now before we even get going, if you play Immaculate Grid and you haven't played today's game yet, you really don't want to watch this video because I'm going to give you the answers, or at least some of the answers. Now, that's the fun thing about Immaculate Grid. You can see my answers in play. There's a million answers almost every time there's a million answers. And the idea is to get something with a high rarity score. I don't care about that anymore. I just put players that I like, but I don't get to show it to anybody. And I try to find a Rangers flavor. And when I can, well, I've decided I'm going to show some of them to you. So here's, now again, if you play Immaculate Grid, get out of here because I'm about to show you a grid. Ready, set, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's enough time for you. Tonight's Immaculate Grid that I'm going to show you, 8 out of the 9 have a Rangers flavor to them. The top right, Manny Trio. So you got the Phillies Silver Slugger. I couldn't think of one. Manny Trio is the one I put in there. Like, I'm going to give you a lot of players that play now and a lot of players that play from like 77 to 88. That was when I was a kid. And those are the rosters that I know best. So Manny Trio popped in my head. Obviously Mike Schmidt. There's so many obvious ones, but Manny Trio got one. But the rest of the 8 grids all have a Rangers flavor. Let's start in the top left. You've got the Pirates and the Phillies. Who played on the Pirates and the Phillies and has something to do with the Rangers? Pitching coach Mike Maddox. You know, I love Mike Maddox. I love what he's done with the Rangers pitching staff. I'm a fan of his, and he fits. Top left, Pirates, Phillies, Mike Maddox. Going to the right, you gotta have a White Sox and a Philly. I looked this one up. Alan Bannister. He was a Ranger for a little bit of time. I don't know anything about him. I looked it up. Kind of fun. And I already got Manny Trio on the top right. We talked about it. Let's go into the middle now. We got the Phillies and the Don't Call Me Indians Guardians. Who do you got? Well, who was on the Pirates and the Guardians and the Rangers? One of my favorite players on the Rangers today, Austin Hedges. He's nuts, he's fun, he's great defensively, and he fits into that square. Center square, Sox, Guardians, and our team, the Rangers, Harold Baines, Hall of Fame Harold Baines, right? That's a pretty easy one, right? He played for the White Sox, he played for the Indians, and of course he played for the Rangers for a little bit too. Silver Slugger, who was on the Indians, because he wasn't on the Guardians, and he played for us. Anybody you can think of? Julio Franco, one of my favorites of all time. Boy, that guy raked from the age of 14 to 49 or something like that. Pretty fun stuff. Now we go to the bottom where it's actually the Rangers. So it's the Pirates and the Rangers. So that's pretty easy. Lots of people played on the Pirates and the Rangers, including the person I just talked about, Austin Hedges. Lots of choices, but I went with Steve Buechele, still on the TV broadcast sometimes for us. Steve Buechele was an easy one for me. One of my favorite players of all time fits into the bottom middle. It's the White Sox, it's the Rangers. Lots of people. Dane Dunning could have gone there. A lot of people who are on our roster right now, but for me it's Dutch. Derek Holland, one of my all-time favorite players. He goes there for me. And then Silver Slugger Rangers, one of my all-time favorite Rangers of all time. I put Buddy Bell. There's a whole bunch of choices. Nate Lowe is probably the obvious one. That's my Texas Rangers Immaculate Grid for today. Let me know in the comments. Do you like this? I had fun with this. If you want more, I'll do more. Even if you don't want more, I might do more. We'll see. Maybe this is a one-off. Maybe it's going to become an everyday thing. Thanks for watching. Go Rangers. Texas Rangers Immaculate Grid. Day 1 is done.